Hello and welcome to Misery Loves Mandy. Today we have a special episode. The guest today is my mom. Come on, guys. Who do you want to know more than my mom? No one. Great. Well, this is what you got and you're going to love it. She didn't want to do it. I made her. She's very funny and you're going to love her. I'd also like to say a special thanks to this week's sponsor, Jude. You guys know that there is nothing I love more than sharing embarrassing stories. But one thing that is no laughing matter is bladder leaks. If you find yourself frequently running for the loo, crossing your legs to stop yourself leaking, or keep waking up in the middle of the night to pee, then you need to know about Jude. Jude is a community healthcare brand who are on a mission to tackle the taboo of trickles. That is bladder weaknesses for you and I. 1 in 3 women experience bladder weakness throughout our lives, including me. If you are familiar with some of our past episodes, then you know that it can really help. It could really happen to all of us. That's why I love Jude's bladder control supplement. Created by bladder health experts, it's clinically proven to stop bladder leakage by 67%. Its powerful blend of pumpkin seed and soy germ extract helps women like you and I to regain control over our bladders and help us have the freedom from leaks. You could find the link for my discount code for Jude on Amazon below. So make sure to check it out. I love Jude. I've been taking it and it has really been helping me, so it'll help you. So thank you so much and enjoy the episode. Oh my God. You don't know how long this moment has waited to happen. We needed Mike to be a part of it. This is my mom, everybody. Welcome, Cathy Ann. She likes to be called Cathy Ann. She tried doing a name change a few years ago. I would like to say it's too late.
Yep, it was.
She's tried to change her birthday and her name, and I don't think you can make those changes.
You cannot.
That could be one of your miserable moments. Oh, first, she's not a drinker, but we're going to drink because she's not an on-camera person, and I'm forcing her to do this. So because of that, we're going to have some Prosecco. But while I open it, so she has the second to worst birthday you could have. Mike, what do you think the second to worst birthday?
I imagine Christmas Day and Christmas Eve are both tough.
Ding, 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 ding.
You got it.
Eve or day?
Eve.
All right. I have a cousin who's got Eve. Yeah.
I think Eve is worse.
You think Eve is worse than Christmas Day?
Absolutely. Because you can say to somebody, do you want to get together at 7 o'clock on Christmas? Everything's done by then.
That
Christmas
is true.
Eve, no one. I wouldn't even do that to somebody. Like, hey, it's my birthday. Can you leave your family and meet me for a drink at 7?
So did none of your friends? I'm always so scared to do this.
Well, yeah, watch your eye.
And the camera. Screw the eye. Woo! Take
Isn't
the eye, not the camera.
Yeah, it could. People have gotten
So wait,
blinded
people
by that.
haven't. So would your friends ever come over on Christmas Eve growing up?
Never.
Never.
No. And still not, but we... Well,
I'm not counting, but still not. No one.
well, I don't even say it's my birthday.
So yeah, so
Because
she
that's
tried.
kind of rude. That's kind of selfish. Like, say happy birthday to me when you're wrapping gifts and trying to get everything ready for everybody.
Yeah.
I don't care. But you know what I do? I love everybody else's birthday.
What do you mean?
I love to celebrate everybody's birthday.
Says you don't get to celebrate yours? Oh, that's very nice of you.
Yeah. So
cheers!
Yay to whoever's birthday is today. See how it goes.
If you're watching my podcast on your birthday, I'm sorry.
That's right. Happy birthday to you.
That is a sad birthday, but maybe it's not because we're celebrating. Oh, yeah, today's birthday.
There we go.
All right, we've got Eminem.
Okay.
The rest I really don't recognize too much.
Barry Coogan, he's dating that Carpenter singer, Samantha Carpenter. Is that her name?
Oh,
Mold.
Sabrina.
Sabrina?
Sabrina Carpenter. I didn't know they were dating.
Pretty
Eminem's
sure
a
that's
big
the
one, though.
T. Yeah.
That's
Who's
the
a
T.
little baby?
Yeah, why is there a baby on today's birthday?
She doesn't look one. What is it saying? 6?
A YouTube star? Okay, you guys, we're looking at a list of today's birthdays. And there's literally a 6-year-old, but it's showing an infant's photo, and it says YouTube star.
That's funny.
But it's a picture of a baby.
18 million subs, baby.
I want to be that baby.
That is hysterical. Cute baby.
When I just got back from Connecticut. I was there for a week for a show and visiting Matt's family. And then this morning, my family flew in. So another reason for Prosecco. But also, when I was in Connecticut, I was showing my mom a video with Matt's nephew. We made little YouTube reels.
So cute.
And we were talking about how crazy it is, how much money people making content for kids. Like, that's where the money's at.
Oh, yes.
But I can't do it because say I do that, then they look at my page and it's just like
Yeah,
dicks and
the
pussy.
parents would be like,
Yeah, you're not allowed to
to
subscribe.
Yeah. Wouldn't go. Wouldn't go. And I don't have the time to do it.
Ooh, you know what I just thought of? What do you think about all the teachers? There's like a whole band. So my mom used to be a teacher for how long?
17 years.
It's a long time.
Mm-hmm.
She sacrificed herself for being a good mom.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about all of the comedians who are now, all of the teachers who are becoming comedians? Like, there's a whole teacher tour that goes on.
That's cool. That's really cool. I taught middle school, so that was fun in itself. We had so much fun. A lot of fun. The things that they said. One thing is I taught college preparatory. That was one thing I taught. And
In middle school?
yes.
Holy shit.
The AVID.
Oh, yeah.
And one thing was doing dumb laws. And one dumb law is in Georgia, you can't, if your car breaks down, you can't walk to the gas station in a bathing suit. Like, they're really weird laws. You can't have a goat in a bathtub after a certain time.
What?
And they're really weird. If you look up dumb laws, you'll find some really funny ones.
Let's see what we got.
And so this is 8th grade. And so what we did was kind of like one half of the team had to say why they should keep the law, the other half why you should get rid of the law. So the one that wanted to keep the law brought up one of my other students, and he sits down and they were like, what do you do for a living? I'm a plastic surgeon. And they were like, so what do you think about this law? He goes, well, they said, what's your specialty? And he's like, a boobologist. I was like, oh my God, is anybody
Very
here?
middle school kid.
8th grade.
Very middle school.
But it's stuff like that I remember and I think is funny.
That is fun. Wait, we
Yeah.
got some dumb laws.
Oh, here you go. Dumb
you
laws.
see-
On Alabama,
Oh, yeah. There's got to be some good ones. Did any stand out to you?
you may not have an ice cream cone in your back pocket at any time.
You can see how the kids would have fun with these, you know?
cannot chain your alligator to a fire hydrant.
Where's the goat one? It's probably in Georgia.
The alligator should be a Florida one.
Bear wrestling matches are prohibited.
These are real laws?
Yes. No, they're on the books. They are on the books right now.
What? Go to Florida.
In Louisiana, an old ordinance declares goatees are illegal unless you first pay a special license fee for the privilege of wearing one in public.
No way.
That's so funny. I wonder how much that costs.
Goatees. Matt had a really funny thought about facial hair. Is like, if you meet somebody with a goatee, that's like their face. That's like not weird. But you can't know someone and then they get a goatee.
That'd take a while.
Then you're like, what are you doing? It stands out more.
Yeah.
But it kind of blends in if you've always known them as goatee guy.
Yeah.
In Massachusetts, you must have a license to wear a goatee.
Wow.
Wow.
Now here's a question. Ladies, if you meet a man who has a license for a goatee, what is that doing for you?
I don't know. I don't know if I like it. Shows that he's not lazy. because he went out and got that license. It shows that he's a man that knows what he wants.
Yeah,
He
that's
wanted
true.
that goatee.
That's right.
He got the damn goatee. It also,
He's not cheap, right? Well, it just depends on how much it costs. I'll have to figure that
to
out.
get the goatee. But then lastly, I would not date someone with a goatee.
That is funny.
What
Yeah.
was the weird facial hair? What is the cost of a goatee license? Oh.
What was that?
Oh my God. In
Wow.
California, the application fee for a barber's license, is $125. That's not.
Right, that's not to have a
I
goatee.
feel like there's things on the books, but so old and weird. Like,
Yeah.
Could you imagine them putting you in the back seat of the police car and driving you if you had a goatee? Everybody
me,
be
sir?
around with a mask.
Yeah. There's speakeasies for you to wear your goatee around for free. They must have loved the quarantine, yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, so you could see how that was so much fun.
That is fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Oh, wait, before we move on, I wanted
yeah,
to
let's
see any. Let's look up. We have Florida and we have. He's from Chicago. I always think Chicago's a state. It's a problem of mine.
I'm from Central Illinois.
Illinois was the one I was looking
And
for.
Chicago people hate when someone like me says they're from Chicago.
Oh, well, I said it, not you. All right. So Florida's strange laws and what are they called? Dumb laws in Florida. Is it illegal to sing in? It is illegal to sing in a public place while attired in a swimsuit. We're always in swimsuits.
I know.
A special law prohibits unmarried women from parachuting on Sunday, or she shall risk arrest, fine, and or jailing. What?
Chappelle would be in trouble. It's illegal to skateboard without a license.
Is it really?
That's what it says.
Oh no, that's a weird one.
Women may be fined for falling asleep under a hairdresser in the salon.
Oh, I feel like that has to happen often. That feels so warm and good. Weird.
That's so funny.
The goatee thing made me think. So, how long have you been with Ivan?
7 years.
So she's been with her husband for 7 years, and he's a cop. And for the first time since she's known him, because the cop laws changed, speaking of laws and speaking of goatees,
His department, they prohibited facial hair.
and now you're allowed to have a beard, and he's grown out a beard.
They all are.
Well, if it's a group of men who have never been allowed to have a beard, and now they're allowed to.
Yeah. So he first said he wasn't going to, and then he said, everybody's saying that you don't want me to get that. I said, I don't care what you do. It's up to you. I actually am starting to like it.
I
growing
like
on me.
beards. I just don't like that when you kiss someone with a beard, your face gets all red.
Yeah, he's got like a brush and like conditioner he's putting on. I'm like, whatever. So, but it looks good.
You're rocking a beard.
Rocking the lazy. Yeah. Rocking the hide this face as much as I can.
I didn't know how much they do to maintain those.
That's a
you know?
lot.
This?
Softening.
Nothing.
Good for you. One joke I want to figure out. One joke I had that was working really well, and then it stopped working really well because I moved it around in the set, and that will mess it up. But every joke should be able to be good enough on its own. Was the joke how you look different in different lighting, like how your hair.
Yes.
Like, I remember when I didn't have whiskers, and my mom would tweeze her whiskers, and I'd be like, "What?" And now I'm like, "Oh." But it's weird, those things that you hate so much, but then feel so good. I feel like tweezing a whisker feels better than popping a pimple.
I don't have pimples to pop, but I do have some whiskers.
You see this bragging I've dealt with?
But I do
my
have
entire
some whiskers.
life?
And it's funny because if you're sitting there watching a TV show or something, you feel one, I have to get right up. Like, I can't even wait till a commercial.
I know. I can't sleep at night. If I'm laying in bed and
you-
I have a thought, oh my God, I forgot I felt that whisker earlier. And I'll be like, just forget about it. Forget about it. And I just get up. I have to get up and tweeze it. And the sweet release. It is. And then I do this weird thing where I touch it. Like, I'll stick it to my finger and then I'll touch how hard
See how hard
it is. I I don't know what that is, but that
That's-
feeling is good.
That is funny. That is so funny.
We do dermaplaning, which is just a way of saying women shave their face. I had the hairiest peach fuzz face. I was so embarrassed. Once I had a girl on TikTok during the quarantine say, like, your face is hairy, and the 5-year-old really got to me. And then we used this torture chamber before we knew about dermaplaning. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah, the wire thing.
The spring.
The spring.
It was this long little metal spring, like this big, and you would go like this and tweeze the hair off your face. It hurt so bad, but for some reason we thought that was the only solution.
Well, because we always thought that if you like bladed it, it would come back like
Thicker.
a beard. Yeah.
And it did. It doesn't.
It's not true. Yeah, it's not true.
All of those
So,
things.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, you know what I wanted you to look up, Mike? And I don't know how to word it. So my mom always says weird sayings. Always. Like, what would you phrase
Oh,
that
my
for
gosh.
the search? Like, what was an example of one we said today? Like,
She must have been beside herself.
yeah, but there's usually, we said that one today, but there are usually better ones. But we think of like the meanings and all of the weird sayings. Idioms.
So
Someone was
me growing up, like my mom and their generation had so many idioms. You know, I'll give you a penny for your thoughts and things like that. I don't see your generation doing that.
Yeah, we don't really have, or I guess
Like
there's
you have mine. I guess you get it from your parents. Do you have any that you
Sports
say?
references all the time. So many, like, God, couldn't get it over the line, like little things, like so many, like of course not thinking of them right here in the
Knock
moment.
that
Yeah.
out of the park.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Sexual references, first base, second base, third base,
Yeah,
fourth base. Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. But there's so many different things
There's
that I can
so
think of
many
that
of
get
'em.
applied. Yeah.
So many.
I don't think there's idioms now, but there's like the sayings that make you feel old, like Gen Z. I mean, like Gen Z sayings. All right, let's go to English idioms. Oh, bite the bullet, by the skin of your teeth, cry over spilled milk. Oh my God, there's so many.
I say all of
She
those.
says all of these.
I say all of them.
all of the time. Excuse me.
It's the Prosecco.
Brought to you by. This burp was brought to you by Rufinum. Are you feeling good? Get a second wind, a bad apple, hang in there. Yeah, I don't think there are any modern
It's just
idioms.
like weird ones. Like, I don't say it, but I have to pee like a Russian racehorse. Like, that is one. Like, where did...
I'm so hungry I could eat a horse.
Yeah.
Is that one?
Yep, that is one.
Don't cry over spilled milk. I think I read that one.
Yeah.
I think we're probably not thinking of a bunch of little ones that of musical culture, of like Beyonce shit and like Taylor Swift idiom, like that
That's
type
true.
of stuff that just doesn't
Yeah, you'll have
feel
different
like
ones.
idioms. That in 10 years people will be saying those little catchphrases. Like I say, "Killing me smalls" from like.
That's true.
Like, I think that's what's
Movies.
Like
happening,
quoting
too.
from movies.
Movie
I,
quotes.
you do.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah,
Ryan
movies
does that all
took
the
over
time.
Yeah, for us
Okay.
growing up, movies took over, but
Right.
idioms for the other generations.
For the older.
That
Yeah,
way-
thank you. He
Other-
was like,
Other? I said other.
good catch. He was like,
Idioms are when silent films were a thing. Now we quote movies. No, now we quote TikToks and musicians.
That's funny. I was gonna say something, but it went in, it went out.
I know if you don't say it right away, it's hard to remember.
Oh, like jokes. Like, I was thinking about that the other day, that when I was very young, they used to have a lot of Polish jokes. No one, that's what I'm saying. You don't know.
No.
Now they changed it. It's all the blonde jokes. They used to say when I was like younger with Polish people.
Huh.
Like, how many Polacks does it take to change a light bulb? You know, like things like that. Like what you say with blondes now.
Huh.
And no one, how did that just drop off?
Hi, I was born in, this is Reddit. Hi, I was born in 1974. In elementary school, I remember people from Poland, Polacks, being the butt of all of the jokes. I never understood what the people of Poland did to become the butt of so many jokes.
I didn't even know any.
We did not even have any Polish people in our town to judge. So I'm wondering, where did this stereotype come from? A Polak is a fish. A Polak is a slur. Please forgive my stupidity on this subject. I went to Georgia public schools where the motto was as well. I don't even know.
But
is there an answer?
So they're saying it was about the fish and not the nationality?
No.
That person was wrong. So it was definitely a thing, though.
It was definitely like a big thing.
So,
like, I used to feel bad like about that. And then I don't even know what made me think about that, but I was like, what happened to all those Polish jokes?
I guess maybe it became like it's like now when you switch everything. What were we saying today? Global warming is now called climate change. Mm-hmm. We're always trying to alter the way we say things to sound better, and it doesn't last long.
People like change.
There's probably a big immigration of Polish people to the United States after World War II. And the United States, being a hotbed of racism as always, probably wasn't kind to anyone coming over who wasn't exactly like us.
Yeah.
No one was kind to anybody.
Yeah.
But that's why we had thick skins, you know? No one cried about anything. Yeah. It was like, whatever.
Oh, that's a great thing to talk about. Your generation, didn't have mental health awareness.
You didn't know what the word anxiety. You never knew that word.
Yeah.
Any of these.
I think your generation is too obsessed with mental health. I'm the in-between in this one. I'm going to say you researched it too much.
I think we're the same age. Are we not?
39.
Okay, 34.
Take it. It's half a decade.
I will take it so easily.
38. You're the oldest one.
Oh, it's so funny. Yeah, I feel like my generation, you're right, though, is pretty bad. But I don't know how millennials are. What am I? I'm a millennial. I don't know how Gen Z is. Hands up. But yeah, that's got to be weird to see. Like, back then, it was just push it down.
I don't think I'm choking on my drink.
Drink another sip of champagne.
I do not think we just knew it had a name.
But no one, even if you had a problem, you wouldn't deal with it.
No, you pushed through.
Yeah.
You just pushed through on things.
So I think it'll, with everything, like it'll become more people are too sensitive to it, then people will level out to like a good medium. I feel like I'm good with having a good medium of being like self-aware of how I feel, but not being like too sensitive. Yeah, I feel like with everything it has to be moderation, but I don't know.
Yeah, if anything I've learned as I get older is you have to address it, but then you have to move on.
Yeah. Because
it's not going to help you in any way, you just have to let it go.
Yeah. Let it go.
You know. But I was thinking the other day how cool it is of your generation really is a partnership. You know, like you see fathers changing diapers and you know, you're just sharing more with everything there is. And I like that. I really do.
Yeah. Well, it has to be the worst for the moms than like you. Because it was moms didn't work and did everything. But then there was moms worked and did everything.
I wonder if these feminists realized that they were going to have to not only work, but then also do the other jobs too, when we were still in that.
In the beginning.
Yeah, transitioning. The transition. We love the
Helen Reddy song. Do you know that song? I'm woman, hear me roar.
Oh yeah. I know it.
That is my song.
On the Midnight Special a bajillion times.
Yeah?
I love that song. But the transition was difficult because I was in that transition.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the worst transition.
Because I think what these women were thinking is, look, these guys are working, then they come home, then they sit down, and they have the wives, you know, cook and they sit at the table. They wanted that life, but they forgot who's going to be that person. Did they think the guy was going to start doing that? I think they forgot that, like, who's that going to be?
Yeah.
You, ding dong.
Or maybe, doubtful, but maybe some of them understood that it was going to take a while, which it is. And now, a few generations later,
I think it's pretty even now, right? I mean,
think
I
it's
don't know.
even now.
I don't live in your world, but
I mean, I think women will always do more.
a little more.
And I think a lot of them found girlfriend Carols of their own, and
a
yeah,
50-50 split.
yeah.
The amount of women who have become lesbians. My mom had an offer.
I did.
She did. She had a really close friend, and I said she's going to try something, and she goes, no.
I like her.
She won't say anything mean. She never did say anything mean about her off camera.
No.
But, the Carols will Carol. I don't even know what that means.
Well,
I was just throwing a name out there. There's nothing behind
at least it's
it.
not a Karen.
Yeah, Karen. Karens are bad.
Karens. Wouldn't you hate to have that name?
Oh, yeah.
That would be horrible for like a nice Karen.
I know.
And there's so many more nice Karens,
Yeah.
I'm sure, in the world.
Than bad Karens.
They're probably
course.
walking on eggshells in life all the time.
They're changing their names. My name is Kara.
Call me Kiki.
I don't blame them.
Yeah.
And then my name, it's coming back now. Did you know that?
I did not.
Yes, because I'm still with kids all the time, and I see little Catherines running around.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a pretty name.
It is, but if you hear Cathy, you know that they're going to be older. But now not.
No, not. That could be your weekly wiener. I know if you have a different one, but when people spell your name wrong.
Well, you've made it a wiener. You and Ryan. So my name starts with a C. And so I will always say, if somebody's putting down my name, I say Cathy with a C. And then Mandy goes, and I'm Mandy with an M. And Ryan goes, and I'm Ryan with an R. I'm like, funny, real funny.
Well, because everywhere we go, she says, I'm Cathy with a C. But it is, if she doesn't say it, they do write Cathy with a
yeah,
K.
it's only if they're writing it. What's your name? Oh, Cathy with a C. That'd be so weird. And I was thinking the other day about, you were talking on the podcast about your name being Amanda, but you're not an Amanda.
Yeah, you guys, this is the problem. This is where it all began.
Okay, because Amanda felt like a professional name and Mandy a cutie name. You could change your name if you want. I
would like to do that.
Do it. I would do it if I were you. Because your dad's name has a Y in it.
Yeah.
My name has a Y. And Ryan's name has a Y.
No,
Did you
Ryan
ever
got
think
the
that?
short end of the stick. We've all thought it because Ryan's, my brother, is upset because it's Cathy, Danny, Mandy, and then Ryan.
But
you
he's got a
can't put
Y.
the Y in the
I
front.
threw a Y. I gave him a name with a Y.
No.
No, it counts.
Yeah, well, I didn't end up being the professional. Oh, which I thought would be a funny thing to pull up with my mom here. Can you pull up my Instagram? I thought it'd be funny to see mean comments.
Aww. What kind of mother do you have?
There was just one video I posted that everyone kept being like, they kept being like, what do your parents think of this? And stuff like that. And I'm like, I guess I could just say that. And I was like, who says something like that on somebody's thing? It was the one that's all the way down. It says women versus men, but not the first time you see women versus men. Because yes, there has been reposts. It's all the way, scroll a little bit more.
I just don't understand why people, those are unhappy people, obviously, that have to say something mean.
But she made a great point. She was like, don't like comment too much because some people could become like stalkers if you give them any attention.
Well, it's attention seeking.
Yeah.
It's definitely an attention seeking thing.
I'm sorry, Mike. You don't have to do this.
Or they're,
don't worry about it.
They've got some aggression inside them.
Yeah.
What kind of mother do you have? Well, let's see. She was a teacher. Now she's a behavior analyst.
But our family,
Everybody says to live your life. Like, I want to live my life. Like, even with my husband, I love our relationship because we do most things together. But if I want to go do something, I can do it. I don't have to say I can't because I'm married, or I can't. My husband won't let me. No, it's not going.
Yeah.
And the opposite way. That's you. It's good to have friends. It's healthy to both have your friends.
Yeah. I mean, it's weird if people don't have friends.
Yeah, but again, you're going back to my generation. I mean, now we are, but I didn't have friends when you were growing up. You were my friend.
Yeah, that is weird.
I mean, we had parties.
I mean, you were great friends.
I mean, we had parties. But
Yeah.
think about it. You didn't. I wasn't ever.
You never went
when
out
we
with
were married.
friends or anything.
Never.
That's awful.
You didn't even think about it. I had to
Yeah.
cook, clean, do everything. Where am I going to fit in going out with a friend?
Oh,
Take care of you guys.
That's another joke I'm trying to work on, which we thought would be a funny angle. It was like, a lot of people say like a lot of people do the joke of my mom wants me to have kids. So I always run my jokes by my mom and we talk things through. And we were saying how funny it would be to try to just do a joke of like, my mom is like, don't have kids.
Don't do it. Nothing personal, but don't do it. It'll ruin your life, but nothing personal.
You will have no friends, no life. Your body will be destroyed.
Well, now they got those mommy makeovers.
I know. She keeps telling me, I was like, I want to have a surrogate. And she's like, you get a mommy makeover. I don't want a mommy makeover. I want my body to stay the same.
I loved it.
We'll think about it when the time comes. For now, we're drinking Prosecco. We got a lot of time until we got to worry about that. My eggs are like, do we?
Well, we're going to freeze those suckers soon.
I don't want to freeze them because the whole process, you have to get off of your birth control and do all these things, and it's very expensive. I think you just roll the dice.
Well, that's what you have to decide. Would you be okay if your eggs are all gnarly and can't?
I have, what would be the grocery store out here? I have Ralph's eggs. Or instead of Vaughn's, there's this grocery store called John's, which is like a knockoff Vaughn's, which is actually they've remodeled and they're nice. But I have John's eggs.
Funny.
Or Winn-Dixie eggs. That would be a good Florida one.
Yeah. You just walk in there and smell the stench. You're like, I'm in Winn-Dixie.
10 years, it'll all be synthetic anyways.
What do you mean? The eggs?
They'll figure it out.
Yeah.
They'll figure it out.
I think they'll figure it out.
So many women already know exactly, I want this type of baby with blue
Oh,
eyes
yeah.
and all the different genetic stuff.
Yeah.
They're going to do so many weird things. If you want one bad enough for a price, they'll pop one in you.
That will be crazy. Like the time where you're able to choose the eye color and like all of those kind of things.
But that's kind of cool to see a mixture and let it do its own thing.
You should definitely let it do its own. But I do feel bad for like the parents, let's say the wives, that want a girl really bad and have like 5 boys.
But you can do that now. You can
Really?
decide I want to have a girl and only a girl and science.
Wow.
Wow.
I know people who've done it.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, after someone had 2 boys, you're like, I'm not having another boy, but I want a girl.
Yeah, good for them. I mean, that's a big risk. Like to gamble.
Yeah, some people have like 5 or 6 of
You have one.
one, and then finally at the end, or they don't.
Or
It's
they
so
don't.
sad. Like, when do you stop?
I know you got so lucky.
I did. I thought I was. I really was really lucky.
That's another thing I've wanted to make a joke about that I haven't is like how Ryan and I first of all, I never wanted a sibling. I said from day one, I don't want one.
No, you would say
I want a girl. I want a girl.
I want a girl, because she couldn't say it right. She said, I want a girl. And my ex-husband didn't want to know the sex, so I had to wait till the end. These days, see, it's things like that. I would have been like, now I would have had a voice. You don't have to know, but I'm finding out. Where was I? Okay.
There's just pink shit coming in the house. He's like,
Because
I guess
then
I
I could
don't
have
know.
really, I could have like warned her better, but I didn't know until Ryan popped out, and then she was so angry. And I broke my tailbone giving birth to Ryan because he was sunny side, meaning he
Sunny
came.
side up.
Yeah, that's what they call it.
Really?
Yeah, because you're supposed to go with the hard part of the head, like the head. You're supposed to be born with your face looking down.
Okay.
That way, the soft part doesn't break your
Oh.
tailbone. But my tailbone was broken in the process.
Oh.
So I get out of the hospital, and the first thing I want to do is go to your little preschool and get you out. So I get in the car, and you got in, and you were like, I had like a little Barbie doll for you. You were like not looking at me or anything. And your dad was like, that's not nice. She's in pain, and she's coming to see you. So then next week when I brought you to school, I'm walking in, and a mother stops me. She goes, I just want you to know that your daughter, because they just had a baby too.
Okay.
That she wanted to trade. You wanted to trade. You said, we'll take your girl, and you can have my brother.
I knew what I wanted from day one.
Yeah. But you guys are so close now.
Now we're close. But I did always want to, I still am trying to figure out a joke. I just can't figure it out. There's like multiple family jokes. I just can't find enough funny in.
Well, you're the only girl, period. I mean, my sister had 2 boys. I
Yeah.
mean, you're the girl.
I'm the only girl.
You're the only girl. Even if you think about it,
Yeah, my
like
stepbrothers are male.
all
My
stepbrothers
cousins
are
are
males.
male.
Yeah, Ivan's
And
kids are males,
my-
and your dad's
Both sides stepbrothers. Yeah, I'm the only girl.
only girl.
You can't always get what you want. I just saw a thing on puberty this morning that said, like, if you have a same sibling, you're, like, happier. I think I knew it all along, but no. Now my brother and I are close. But I think the 2 things I can't figure out jokes on is, like, being an older mean sister. I was the meanest sister because I didn't want him. I told them.
Aw.
And then
And he's so sweet.
he's the best now. And then the Christmas display. So my dad does this giant Christmas display, and it's like something that seems like original, but like I just don't know how to make a joke about it, you know? There's not really any jokes about it. She's like, I could think of some jokes.
A
I
whole
always
movie about it called Christmas Vacation.
I know!
What are you doing?
And it does so well. That's what I'm like. And I love those movies.
I liked it when it was done, but it was a lot of work. And I didn't even mind the work. I just minded that you had to sit there and babysit it. You couldn't, like, go out once it was done because people would try to destroy it.
Yeah, I think
So-
now it's better
It was, yeah.
with
maybe.
people like destroying things.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. But it's funny because you like to do the Christmas lights and you like football.
Yeah.
You would think it would be something Ryan likes. But
Yeah,
he really doesn't.
I always say I'm the son.
Yeah, you're the son.
I'm the son. That's why I wanted a sister, because she could do the girl things and I
You
could
didn't
do
want to
the-
be replaced.
Yeah. I could do the boy things.
Yeah, and you were in the sports.
Yeah.
Ryan did individual ones because when he didn't, I learned that very young. I put him in hockey, and he's like, even the kids on his own team, you idiot!
Oh my
You
god.
let that thing. I was like, okay, let's go into BMX. Let's go into skateboarding.
Oh, it's so funny.
Yeah, so you raise 2 kids the same, and you just come out with your own personalities, no matter what.
Although, like, if I ever think of something, Ryan and I have like brains like twins, to where like he'll be you and me, you Ryan and I.
We're in sync.
We're very in sync with things. To where that's what I feel like twins would be like. To where like if you say something, they get it, or you say something at the same time, and you think it, you know.
Well, people have said when we have conversations and people from the outside are listening, we don't finish our sentences because we know what we're
Really?
saying. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Oh my god.
I don't have to explain.
I guess they're right. That's so cool.
It is so totally cool.
Oh.
I didn't know I did that. And
No.
people from the outside are like, you skip from this to that. We skip subjects, but we can keep up with it.
Well, I have a bad habit of like when you're thinking something so you don't explain it. Because it's in your head.
But I know what you're saying.
I'm saying, but other people will have no clue.
Exactly.
Like the listeners
Exactly.
right now.
We just gave them an example.
Do you feel it?
Funny.
I wanted to see if I wrote down anything else I wanted to talk about. What I wrote down to talk about. Oh, you know what there's two things. One thing was I was watching in Seinfeld, there's this episode where Elaine is searching for the female condoms. She's like searching for them, and she like, because they're like they're not making them anymore, and she buys everything that's left in stock. They didn't have female condoms in my generation.
Yeah.
No?
I mean, they have a diaphragm.
Yeah,
I guess
diaphragms.
that's what they're talking about. Maybe?
Yeah, that was it. They didn't have, I don't know what that is.
Well, because they don't work well, so I didn't train you on those. Take the birth control pill.
I know,
kid.
but it's just so weird that that's like a whole thing that like, I'm like, I watched that episode and I'm like, that's not a thing anymore.
Yeah, it's weird if your parents don't explain
Not
something
that
to you.
me, but I mean, you had to deal with these things, right?
I mean, I knew what it was, but I never used it.
Oh, I was wondering if they were like a popular thing back then.
No, not really. I didn't know many people.
She searched high and low in Seinfeld. This whole episode was based around her trying to find this.
Did she find it?
Yeah, she bought as many as she could.
Yeah, that's what you said.
She like the whole pharmacy. Interesting. Well,
yeah,
it's not what I thought it was.
I would picture it's kind of like that period thing.
I know.
It probably is a lot like that.
Yeah, Mike's learned about the Diva Cup.
I
Too
would
in
so
depth.
do that if I was still having that curse. That's one good thing about getting older.
No more period.
It's funny because a lot of my employees that sit in the front, they're in sync.
Yeah.
So it's like all at the same time. I see them eating the chocolate and all that. I'm like, there you go.
I used to not get.
It's so weird how it goes in sync.
I don't
if you're
know
near
how
females,
that happens.
It so is a thing.
But if you're in birth control, it doesn't happen. So they all kind of sync to the one master.
They have no. Well, yeah. How does that work?
It's Big Pharma just drugging everybody.
No, but how are they syncing if they're on something? And I'm sure they're on something.
You have to ask them who's on birth control, who's not, and see who.
I have two
Who it would sync to.
pregnant ones now.
Yeah, I don't. Well, they're not on birth control.
Like most werewolves, it must be the moon.
Hey, tonight's supposed to be a super moon.
Look out, ladies.
Uh-oh! My mom can't. You can't. Your sleep gets messed up by full moons.
Mine gets messed up a couple of days before. Like 2 days before, I can't sleep.
She's a werewolf.
But the weird thing is, the next day, I'm not really tired like you would be if you really lost your sleep. Mm-hmm. It's so weird. And it's been since I've been young, and it took me several years to figure out that was what it was. And now when I can't sleep, I'll look out and it's almost a full moon. I'm like, okay.
That's
almost a
so
full moon.
weird.
I know. It has something to do with I think water rising or something like that. Something with
I don't know.
something's going on.
Huh.
With the
water.
with the gravity or something with the water and gravity. I forgot what it is, but it's a real thing. Well, there's like people that, a lot of the hospitals, a lot of crime happen with full moons. And
I wonder if the crime happens in full moons because they could see better. Right?
No, they go crazy. Like when I was a teacher with neurotypical kids, you would know when it was a full moon. That day they would be crazy.
Huh.
And everybody goes, it's a full moon? Yeah, it's full moon.
The full moon might influence the production of melatonin, a hormone that plays a crucial role in regulating our sleep-wake cycle, potentially disturbing internal sleep rhythms. It's so weird.
I'm very sensitive to that.
Huh.
But like I said, the weird thing about it is you would think I'd be tired, but I'm not tired the next day. It's a different feeling.
There's no scientific evidence that crime increases during the full moon.
Whatever, Mike. Whatever.
I feel like
I beg to differ.
if it did, I still feel like it would be because they can see better.
That's
When
how
I
they
was
do it in the movies.
when
Yeah.
I was
It's
a
full
little
moon.
girl, I
It looks
loved
more
when it
cinematic.
was raining because I always thought criminals don't come out in the rain, and I would sleep my soundest.
Really? Oh. I mean, it does make sense. I feel like that's not like a popular burglary time.
Yeah, you're getting all your stuff ready, and you look outside, and you're like, "Shit, it's raining. Let's go tomorrow night." Okay.
Or it's a really good time to drink and drive. No cops pulling you over when it's raining.
That's true. That would be,
Prime time.
yeah.
I mean, if you're good at driving in the rain.
Yeah. Yep.
Let there be rain. I'm just kidding. Rain. Oh.
What else do you have on your handy dandy list?
Let's see. Let's see what I got. Well, female condoms wasn't anything.
No, sorry.
Different generations we did. Oh, this was so funny. I thought this would be like a funny weekly wiener. So my mom, when she first visited, because we're from Florida and everyone's so friendly, she's like, nobody waves out here. Because like when you're like in like hometown, you do like the wave, the wave, the wave. And she's like, nobody waves. So then we went like to a donut shop and I was like, hello. I just kept pretty much.
And
if
they're
you have
looking like weirdo.
yeah, they just think you're weird if you wave out here. I do try though when I go for runs to wave. And I am the only one that does wave.
I remember when I came here when COVID was just over. Well, I was able to travel to you.
Yeah.
And we went, I forgot where we went on a hike or whatever, but it was a big path. It wasn't close. And I wasn't wearing my mask because I'm from Florida. We never wore the mask. We never had COVID where we were. I mean, really, it's just was, we didn't really experience, what you all had. And people looking at me because I was 12 feet away from them over there without a mask on, walking.
Oh, weird. I don't remember that, but I'm sure.
Yeah. I said, oh, they better never come to Florida.
Oh, yeah.
It's,
I didn't take advantage of going there during it. Kind of just bunkered down instead, stayed put, but I could have just been the free living, doing stand-up still. I wrote so much during the quarantine, like stand-up. None of those jokes worked. It was so funny. When I first moved to LA from Florida, I wrote this whole set. Like, this is my LA set. And I pitched it to my mom and my brother, and they were both like,
love you.
that set never saw the day of light. And thank God. It was bad. It was bad.
I don't remember it now. It's been a lot.
I never said any of those jokes, but I've looked back and I was like, thank God they said something. It was like, can you believe you have to pay for grocery bags? The traffic out here is awful. It was not the best, but I was still like a couple years into comedy. It was new.
Yeah.
But they're very supportive. They're who I run every joke through. If she was more comfortable on camera, she'd be making us laugh. She's just forced to be on camera right now. The hardest I've laughed this entire year was when we were on a cruise. And we were like, we're not hungry, but the buffet is about to close. So we should just go get food. Cut to like 10 minutes later, we're sitting at the table with like, not exaggerating, 20 plates. There's not even a gap on the table.
You couldn't see the table.
And then I said to her, remember when we said we're not even hungry? And then she said, imagine if we were. And I could not breathe. It was so funny.
We do have so much fun.
Oh, yeah.
We do.
Oh, yeah.
That's what life's about, making fun memories.
We like cruises because we like to be old Florida people and just eat and sit.
Oh, it's so
and
nice.
Eat and sit.
And gamble.
And she gambles. I watch her gamble because I don't have the money to gamble.
Yeah. I've not been a good girl lately.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
When
you know what I did the other day?
No.
Our anniversary was Sunday. So we go to Hard Rock. I'm playing, losing. And so I was like, I really think you should get off that machine. He came back and he said, that's all the money you have left? And then I said, no, I have more money. And I went in my wallet. There was no money. And I was like, and then he's like, that's ridiculous. And I was like, you're right. That's ridiculous. I said, let's get off this one. So I was nervous. Because I honestly thought I didn't put all that money in. I don't remember. I didn't even have a drink.
Oh, no.
I was like, okay, another 100, another 100, another 100. And so I got up from the machine. I was like, I took my card out and we go to the next, he goes, let's just play something else that you just have fun. I go, okay. I go to put my money in and I didn't cash out.
No.
Yeah, it was like, I had like $168 on it. So Ivan goes, great. And so I was like, sorry. So he runs back. Money was gone.
No.
Money was gone.
That sucks so bad.
And then he felt bad because I said I got so nervous when I realized I spent that money. I said, it's not anything. I said, I'm not blaming you because it's totally my fault. I'm more nervous about how was I so crazy I put all that money in and didn't realize it.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I'm staying away for a while. In other words.
You're cut off.
I'm cutting myself off.
Okay, wait. I'm going to pee and then we're going to do our pee segment.
Oh, okay.
The Jude supplements are working. I'm just drinking Prosecco. I'm like, this is...
Well, I do want to tell everybody that supports Mandy, thank you so much. And the ones of you that say horrible things about her, I don't know what to say to you. I'm sure if I knew you, I would be able to find something nice to say about you because that makes me happy. But I don't know you. And I am a good mother because I let Mandy do what she wants to do in life. She's an adult. I don't want to be one of those moms. It only pushes your children away from you. You have to be supportive.
This is all her fault because whenever she's not happy, she does something about it. And now whenever I do whatever makes me happy.
You have to.
Yeah.
Hey, anytime somebody's complaining, mostly in my mind, I'll be like, you're not a tree. You can walk away. You can do something different. You know, I changed my career when I was 50 and it wasn't easy. It was another degree, but I'm happy that I did it, so you could do whatever you want in life, whenever you want to do it.
Words by Mama Dukes.
There you go. Cha-cha-cha.
All right, now time for the Misery Loves Company segment. So this week's segment is brought by our lovely sponsor, Jude. And this story is from the Jude community. So let's see what we got. My kids had been begging me to go on this roller coaster at the amusement park all day. I'd already gone on a few rides and was doing fine. But I should have known better when it came to this one. We get strapped in, and right before the ride starts, I realize I need to pee. Oh. But we're locked in, so there's no turning back now. I'm thinking, okay, I can hold it in for a minute or two ride. As soon as the first drop hits, I know I'm in trouble. Oh. We're zooming through loops and turns, and I'm screaming, and not just because of the ride. By the time we get to the end, I'm sitting in a puddle of my own making. My kids jump out, all excited, and I'm just sitting there like, I'll catch up with you guys. I ended up asking my husband for his drink and threw it down my crotch.
That's so smart.
It's so smart to have an excuse as to what happened. Never again. Man, that's 10 out of 10 bad bladder day.
Yeah, but that was smart. I wouldn't have thought about that.
I would have thought about that because when I was in school, I've said this story before, when I was in 9th grade and I was laughing so hard I peed my pants. I just went in the bathroom and I drenched the whole pants in the sink.
Oh, yes. Yes, so, you did. Yeah.
Man, that's a good one.
That is
but
a good
like one. The roller coaster is tough too because like
it would have been like the Spirit Air.
I know.
chair.
Yeah, I don't know if I said that, but like we went to Vegas and I got drunk on the flight home.
Oh, Lord.
For my 21st birthday, guys, and I blacked out, passed out on the plane. I woke up and I completely pissed the plane seat. Completely pissed the plane seat.
Less than an hour flight, Mandy.
No, to Florida.
Oh, okay. Thought it was LA to Vegas.
But does that make it any better?
Slightly.
And and I was so nervous for my mom to know that I did that because I shouldn't have drank that much before the flight. That I had my friend stand close behind me that came with us on the trip, and I was like, just block me back. And then she luckily didn't check her bag, so we put on her gym shorts, and she clearly knew. But that was a bad one. But that was self-induced. This lady, not so much. But that's a tough one. One funny pee story, I'll never forget, was when Grace, my best friend, and I, we went out drinking in like high school. We come home and we had our two couches in the living room, and I peed one and she peed the other. Oh. And she just goes, piss head 1, piss head 2.
Because it took me hours. And then I'm thinking again, why was I cleaning this? Why wasn't I the person I am now? I would have been like, pisshead 1 and pisshead 2. You better get all this cleaned up. I'm going out. Instead, I'd spend hours cleaning my couch.
Oh, yeah.
Why didn't I have you do it?
My generation will have their kids clean up their pee couches.
Oh, my gosh.
And the funny thing is, my friend doesn't pee. Like, the bed. This was just...
Both of them in a puddle. I was so upset. Not only did I have to clean one, that takes me a long time, I had to clean 2.
Do you think you triggered her somehow?
I think like you, that we were saying the period sink. I think the bladder sunk. And, yeah, we kind of just... It must have been a full moon.
That one funny story about you when you had that fake driver's license.
Oh, yeah. That was with Grace. So
No, that wasn't with Grace.
That was with Grace.
Oh, she ended up going too? Because I didn't pick her up. I picked up you and Tom.
It was Alex. You picked up Alex and I, but it was with Grace. So this will be our final story. So we had 18-year-old fake IDs, and I told my mom about it. I was like, this is where I'm going. I have this ID. So it's because it's better, it's safer if your mom knows what's going on versus
Yeah, so
not.
Mandy comes in the kitchen. She's like, look at this ID. It looks like me. We're going to go to this bar, and my name is so-and-so. I said, oh, yeah, that really does look like you. First of all, I really think they need to change the drinking age back down, because that's ridiculous that you're in college and you can't drink. It's unrealistic. It's ridiculous. And it was 18 when I was...
That is weird that it was 18 and now it's 21.
Yeah, you could vote. You could go to war, but you can't drink, and you're in college.
Any kid who showed up to college who hadn't drank and then was like 21 and having for the first time, they were the liability.
Yeah.
They were the one who partied too hard. They were the one who fucked things up. They were the one who assaulted or hurt someone because they were drunk for the first time. But when it's safe in your hometown with the friends you grew up with that have known you your whole life, you don't catch a beating. People look out for you a little different.
Yeah.
It's not new, and you're around home. So that you showed it to me, and then you went out.
So we blacked out hard. Grace. I have tons of pictures from that night. I always send them to her. And all I remember is like from the browned outness was like we wanted to get out of the club. So we went out, and I guess there's some sketchy dude talking to us. So the cops wanted to make sure we were okay and not talking to the sketchy dude.
So I'm sleeping, and I get a call. I guess it was about 1 or so, and they're like, I have, what was her name?
I don't
know. Remember?
Jennifer.
Yeah, I have your daughter Jennifer here, and I was like, Jennifer? And then I remembered. I go, oh yeah, Jennifer. He's like, look, I wanted to call you because, she's talking to the sketchy guy. And I'm like, where's Alex? Why is she talking to a sketchy guy? Like, I don't get it. So he's like, really, I don't like this guy. I really don't think, I really think you should come. And I said, of course, I'm on my way. So I get there, and I've always told both my kids, if you need me to pick you up, I don't care if it's 3, 5, I don't care if you're 30, 40, 50, whatever. I will come get you wherever you're at. So I get there, and they get in the car.
No, but before that, I keep telling the cop,
Oh,
I'm like,
that's right.
that's the whole thing. I was like, my name is Mandy. And then Grace and my mom are like, Jennifer,
Get in the car.
get in the car.
Get in the car, Jennifer. At this time, my name is.
But like wasted, I was like, it was making me lose my mind because I was like, that's not my name. I was like, I'm Mandy. And then everyone just was sticking to the plot. And I looked crazy.
Yeah, so she gets in the car in the front seat. They're in the back seat. I'm driving, and all of a sudden, I just see them all just going. I said, oh, no, this is not happening. All of a sudden, throw up is like all over my car, and it's red. I don't know what they drank, but it was red. Oh, it stunk so bad. And I get home, and
We cleaned that, though.
oh, in the morning, I was like, get your butts in there.
That time we cleaned it.
Yeah, you had to take a second round, too.
Yeah.
I was like, not done yet. Get back in.
So if anyone wants to have kids,
Yeah,
have fun.
have fun. But then you get the adult children, and it's so much fun. I love
Yeah.
it.
All right. Well, then have kids.
You could wait 30 years.
How do you feel? We did it.
Good,
Okay.
good.
Ready
You know.
to do it again? I'm kidding. You did it. You're off to-
Next time I do it, I want to do it with other people.
Yeah, she wanted more people.
Like Chappelle.
He would have done it. He's here. But I feel like she had to do it.
Yeah.
And you did great.
Gotta let the audience get to know you on one first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next time she'll be more loose. You were loose, though. I just mean, she's very funny. You didn't get to see how funny she is. Definitely where I get my sense of humor. She makes me laugh all of the time. But thank you for doing it and
I love
pushing
you.
yourself.
I love you.
Love you too. Thanks, Mike, for making it happen.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.